Walker.
Yep, we can do that.
Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order, please, with the pledge.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Sherry.
Here.
Scott.
Here.
Samuel.
Here.
Daniel.
Here.
Angela.
Here.
David.
Here.
Thank you.
Do we have anybody prior to speak to council? No. 4, approval of minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve the January 27, 2026 regular council meeting minutes.
Second.
Sherry.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Sam.
Yes.
Dan.
Yes.
Angela.
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Thank you.
Finance report.
Income and property tax collected to date, this was as of Friday, not today, Tuesday, was $95,167.46. Total revenue collected year to date, this does include the check from OWDA, $447,870.83. Our expenditures year to date, 2026 as of Friday, $297,822.79. I don't know our carryover just yet, but I'm hoping to have that next council meeting. We are finalizing everything. And then we have 2 conferences coming up for local government for fiscal officers. You'll probably see that meeting. The payment for that was $300 per person, me and Ashley both going. That's March 18th through the 20th in Columbus. And then there's a second seminar in April, which is about fund accounting only. It really dives deep into that. I've learned a lot with the lady that I've been working with and what each cost center means and things like that. And it's been a lot, but it's been fun. So that one is April 21st, 22nd. It's in Dublin, Ohio, which is near Columbus. I don't know the rate of that one yet, though. So that was all.
All right, old business.
Make a motion to enter an executive session under Ohio Revised Code 121.22. G1, to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, or to consider investigation of charges or complaints against a public employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual unless the employee, official, licensee, or regulated individual requests a public hearing.
I need a second.
Second.
Sherry.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes.
Sam.
Yeah.
Dan.
Yes.
Angela.
Yeah.
David.
Yes. Just a solicitor?
Yes, please. 6:03.
Thank you.
Greg, do we need to make a motion to return from executive, or we just enter back into session?
No, not to return, just to enter.
I thought you did.
Not to return.
6:44. Okay, 6, council's report, David.
So I got 2 things. I spoke with Danny Burns. He did confirm April 24th and 25th for the cleanup at the sewer plant. He spoke to Robbie. Robbie was gonna get a hold of C&B for the scrap container.
What was those dates, Dave?
April 24th and 25th, I believe.
Oh, I just
Friday and Saturday. 8 to 4, I think, until they're filled. And then he also advised me the sign in front of the fire department. That has always been a collab between school, township, and village, from my understanding. He said that the part is roughly $1,800. They haven't got a formal invoice yet for it, but he said that usually we split it 3 ways. Does that sound familiar to you guys?
It doesn't to me.
Us pay for a portion of it?
Yeah.
They've never, we
We don't
don't
even
pay
use
for
it.
stuff like that.
I
And
know.
that doesn't sound familiar at all to me.
No.
I don't remember being on council when it was put in, so I don't know what the agreement was.
Yeah,
I can reach out to him and ask him if he has any supporting documents.
yeah, I don't remember.
Danny Burns?
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I've never seen it.
Um,
Scott, do you remember anything about that?
I'm so busy signing here, I have no idea.
In front of the fire department.
Splitting the bill 3 ways.
Fixing it.
Because the village does use it.
Yeah.
We do put stuff.
We
yeah.
have done it?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm
I don't
saying
know
we
if you
use
paid
it.
or not, but the agreement was
We,
3 different entities were supposed to be using it, so I would assume
right.
We paid a
we're-
portion of it, I never remember.
we should be
Yeah.
paying a third as well.
I just know that we use it.
Yeah.
We do put stuff on there.
Can I ask a silly question? Is there a written agreement? Or is
I'm
it
sure
There
just-
should be.
I know when they first put that in, it was agreed upon because we was gonna do that callback dial and we just, it never panned out. And when they got that, we was gonna be allowed to put stuff on there, the school was gonna be allowed to put stuff on there, and obviously the fire.
Right.
But I don't know if it was ever written out.
Maybe check out or with, fire department, whether, if there's an agreement.
Okay.
You would think there would be.
Right. Okay. That's all I have for council president's report.
Okay, dispatchers, David.
Oh. So there wouldn't be anything for February because, they canceled the meeting and didn't tell me until a couple of days beforehand. So I do have December 2025 and January 2026's meeting minutes in there. And I would like to make a motion to accept those reports.
Need a second.
Sharon,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
Deanna,
Yes.
Angela,
Yep.
David.
Yes.
I did include in that, the police report in your packet, that's January and February.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, mayor's communication, I've been taking care of some nuisance properties in town. We have, 2 units that's, dilapidated. Ryan has gone up and looked at them for me, because I don't know what I'm looking at. And also on Linden Circle, we had some garbage that we had to get cleaned up. I did write a letter, like I told you at the committee meeting, I think at the committee meeting, I wrote a letter to 717 about maybe moving into the bank building.
Right.
I got a letter back from, they've already circumvented their branches for this year. The next one's gonna open in Streetsboro in June, but he said he would next round, that he would look at Windham and see if maybe that would be a location for 717 Credit Union.
The next round would be next year, right?
Yeah. I also, got an email from the counselor at KT. They are doing a fundraiser for food and clothing. I think it's the Teachers Association that's putting it on. And I did tell them that they could put a donation box here, that we do not do monetary donations, but we will put a box here if anybody wants to drop off food or clothing for the PTO and the food pantry. Okay?
Is there specific clothing they're looking for?
No, they.
I think
didn't.
Addie has a flyer, she said
Yeah,
she was gonna
she's the
send
one.
over,
Yeah.
it lists specifics.
Yeah, we'll have the flyers in a donation box.
Can we put that at the police department instead, since that door is always open?
Oh, yeah, I could call them. Yeah,
I'm just
that
thinking
door
this
is
is
right
the
right.
there,
office.
you know.
That's true, yeah.
Chief, can we do that?
Can we do that, Chief?
I'm just thinking this, the door here closes at 4 o'clock.
No, we
or
can put it in the
whatever.
lobby at the end there.
Okay.
There's plenty of room.
Also, our library is closed for Windham right now. RFC is having some problems with the building. They have a new roof for $600,000. So I talked to the Portage County District Library today, and he is thinking of maybe the bank building, moving the library to the bank building. So I gave him the owner's phone number, so he
That
can
would
call
be
him.
great if that happens.
It would,
So,
we wouldn't
yeah,
have to
that
pay
would-
rent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we would
that's
save
one.
about
And
$10,000.
it's a nice building.
Central
Yep.
location,
Yeah,
easy
Yep, right
access.
there.
it's a
Yep.
win-win.
Yep.
That would be perfect.
So there is garbage at the 9515 lot, the building that we had, Mr. Yoda's.
I got a complaint about that the other day.
Oh, yeah, I got an email from Marie, or a text from Marie saying they complained about it, and I talked to the project manager, Bob, and he said Yoda's gonna have it taken care of by the 26th. So, that's about all I have.
No, Dr. Page?
Dr. Peng, I did talk to him again about his property. He is donating the building, the parking lot, and the property behind it, which is probably about 3 acres, maybe?
That's what he said it was.
Yeah, and, but he has not came in to town because of the cold weather and snow, so as soon as the weather breaks, he said he'll come in so we can inspect the building.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'd like to get somebody in there and inspect it.
Oh, yeah.
Or act-
It's,
I like the idea, I just don't wanna get stuck.
You know,
and Scott and I talked to that Brad Earhart from County Economic Development, and he has a lot of, people that we can talk to about revitalization, possibly tearing down, you know, and revitalizing things, so that would be an avenue we could go for, if we have to keep the building, if we wanna keep the building and redo it.
nothing
That's all
else,
I
that's a
got.
nice piece of property.
That is a nice piece of property. Yep, that's all I have. Finance, Sherry?
All right, motion to approve the fiscal officer's expenditures as received and expected to date 2026 and approve to pay the bills as received.
Second.
Sherry,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes,
Sam,
Yeah.
Deanne,
Yeah.
Angela, David.
Yes.
All right, motion to approve the fund reported.
Second.
Sherry,
Yes.
Scott,
yes.
Sam.
Yeah.
Deanne.
Yeah.
Angela.
Yeah.
David.
Yes.
Utilities, Angela?
I'm just gonna, ordinance number 2026-1, an ordinance to revise and amend section 921.01 and 921.03. If the Village of Windham Utility Code to adjust water rates for the purchase of water and to adjust sewer rates for the discharge of wastewater to the village. I'm going to ask that we table this for right now, because I did talk with the engineer that was coming up. So I contacted him today and I said, well, we are gonna have a meeting, you know, can we set up a time for you to come up so we can talk to you, and then can you tell us how much you're charging us? And he says, well, I was just waiting on you guys to see if this was okay. So I'm like, oh, well, great, communication is great. So I went to Billy to ask him if this was good, if we needed to add anything, take anything away. And he said that he would look at it and get back to me if we needed anything else, because he's pretty much the only one that understands this, because it is his department. So I did talk with him today, so he will get back to me about that, but as soon as we get the okay, I figured that everybody can read it, and if they have questions, we can always ask too. But as soon as we're okay, I'll get a contact with him, and we'll have him come up, he'll tell us how much he's gonna charge to do the assessment, and, come up and look at everything.
So, let's just say it's a crazy amount of money and we decide we're not gonna be able to go with
Right,
them, okay,
right.
because we can't afford it. I
Right.
mean, I think that he's covered a lot of the stuff.
Right.
Would we then wanna still consider him maybe just to do the
Yes.
rates and see, can he give us two different quotes on
Yeah.
the rates and then give us, okay.
Because I did
He's not
ask him,
including
he
that in
goes,
here, okay.
let me get through
Okay.
this first,
Okay,
he goes,
yeah.
and then I could do that.
Okay, no problem.
So if
Okay,
we don't go through for that, he can
Okay.
do this. The other thing, the Evaqua filters, is that on here? Yes.
Yeah.
Motion to purchase screen,
Wait a minute, I have a question.
okay, go ahead.
Greg, on the ordinance that you did for the water rates, even if he comes back and tells us the water rates, of this, and this, don't we still have to have this?
Have what?
The ordinance for.
The ordinance to change the water rates for water and wastewater.
Wouldn't that be
Two
just,
parts there. You have the authority to annually increase the water rates, which was the original issue that I looked into. The other issue would be like, I think that's what the tree we're barking up is, upon what authority are we basing that amount? And that's what this
Right.
is, correct, if I'm understanding?
Right,
That this report will tell us we need to set it at such and
Yes.
such amount.
right.
okay,
So we can include that in the ordinance, yes.
okay, so we need to wait and included in the ordinance, or the ordinance is good by itself?
Well, how are we doing this?
The
Because it's
verbiage is
set-
gonna change,
Right, well,
definitely.
the amount is, right, so it's
Right.
like the first
Well, there's
reading,
no-
so will we have to start over and do a first reading and a second reading and a third reading? Unless we pass by, emergency measures? That's up to council's discretion.
So the exhibits on this one were updated, correct? To include a 5% increase? A and
Yeah,
B?
that
Off the
was
top
the
of my head, I
original
don't know.
that was the original conversation.
Okay.
Yes.
So I just gave him the information, I did the finance behind it, of what that was like.
So if we pass that, or if we continue it, not table it, we can at least get that increase for this year until we get the new stuff figured out, right?
Hmm?
Because then we're still increasing at 5%, like we should for if we need a
Yeah, we
When
can
he
raise.
comes
amend
back,
Like that.
right. Well, okay, well, I'm just curious, if he comes back and the amount isn't that much,
It would be, I would guess.
I mean, I don't know.
I would,
I've
I'd
never
be
done
We
this.
can
surprised if it
amend.
wasn't.
We can do
I think it's
legislation
low.
change it, but at
It
least
is
this
low.
way we get it on the
Absolutely,
books
it's
and
low.
get
Get
it
it
started
started.
for this year.
Yeah,
Because if
That's
it
what I
takes
thought.
him 3 months, or 4 or 5, or even if he says it's gonna be 20
He
grand,
says 15%.
we don't know what it's gonna cost for him to look at those rates. This is at least set in stone for this year to increase our rates.
On that point, I mean, it's not messier, it's just more complicated if you put this in, if you
Into
adopt.
motion.
Yeah, adopt this into motion, and then you're amending that at a later date based upon that report. That's perfectly fine, you can do that, it's just, you know, a little more balls in the air. But to the point about waiting, I have no idea, how long, any idea how long this report would take?
No, he wanted to make sure he did the
Probably
assessment
small.
first, so he had a valid, idea of what he should set the rates at. When he did look at the rates, he wanted to make sure, because we're gonna need improvements up there at the wastewater department, and he wanted to see what the improvements would be, so he could adjust the wastewater rate and water rate to cover those.
Okay,
So if, he was gonna wait until he was done with the assessment to do that.
well, procedurally, the best option would be to table this then, and then incorporate those new rates into the ordinance, and do a first reading and a second reading and a third
And be
reading. That'd be the best option, but, I mean, you're able, you know, you're jumping on a train while it's moving type of thing, so, if that report doesn't match up and we're having to amend that at a later date, that'd be the path forward.
Right, I just hate to change them twice in 1 year.
Right.
I suppose
But I mean, that's
the
not-
only question is, if it's within a couple months, it's not a big deal. If it's 6 or 7 months, we're waiting.
That's money lost.
Right, right, no, I get what you're saying too.
So do you think it's gonna be fairly quick? Or do you think it might
I'd
be-
have to
I got a
contact him.
solution. We're only on the second read.
Right,
We
so
still
let's-
have another read.
Yeah,
Right.
so let's do
By
it.
next month, Angela can have an answer for us
Yeah.
on cost,
Maybe.
how long it's gonna take,
Yeah,
and all that, and if we think it's gonna be 6 months and not feasible, then we can at least pass this and look at it.
okay,
Let's do that.
yeah,
It's just a
that
second
makes
read.
sense, that makes sense. I'll contact him tomorrow,
So
I'll call him tomorrow.
Okay, so,
so we're not tabling it,
no,
No,
just a second read.
right,
Is that fair, Craig?
that sounds good.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now go ahead.
no. Now, motion to purchase screen filter panel gaskets and seals at $17,614.80 and freight charge of $1,500, totaling $19,114.80 for the wastewater plant.
Second.
Sherry,
yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam,
Yep.
Dan,
Yes.
Angela.
Yep.
David.
Yes.
All right, safety, personnel, and rules, David,
Okay.
May I make one comment as we're going forward?
okay,
We may start thinking about who we're gonna hire to put those in. Billy will be gone by then,
yeah,
so just give some thought to that.
yeah,
All right, one of many motions here I got, so bear with me, please. First one's a motion to hire Dakota Blanchard at $20 an hour, full-time for the street department, and I'm gonna amend that with a 90 days probation. That was not included in that.
Second.
Sherry.
Yep.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam, Dan,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
Yes. All right. Motion to promote Randy McCabe to at $28 an hour, full-time to the water superintendent spot, amending it with 90 days probation.
Second.
Sherry,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam.
Yep.
Dan,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
No. A motion to increase the hourly pay for Ashley Pete to $20 an hour, part-time office assistant.
Second.
Sherry,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam.
Yep.
Dan,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
Yes. What was his date?
211.
211.
So we didn't have it. And then the next one, of course, we still have it. I got that one, and then the F.
228.
228.
Okay. All right, excellent. Motion to accept Demel Walker's resignation effective immediately. Well, actually,
I didn't have the date.
effective 2/11/26 from the housing inspector position.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Sherry,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam.
Yep.
Dan,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
Yes. Great. Motion to accept Tyler Pennington's resignation effective 2/13/26.
Second.
Sherry,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam,
Yep.
Dan,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Thank you.
Wait, are you allowed to vote?
Why they're resigning?
I
I
don't-
don't
I
know.
don't
They're my
know.
family. Am I allowed to vote? It's
Oh,
my
we voted,
son.
we're
I'm not
deciding.
voting on anything. I'm just saying, yes, I'm accepting his resignation.
That's her son.
Okay,
Should I abstain or? I don't know why it matters.
I don't
He's
either,
leaving.
but I don't want to make sure.
he's an employee, still an employee, I mean, it'd be cautious and abstain.
Okay, so the next one's my husband, so I should abstain too, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Do I reread that?
What's it?
Do I reread?
I'll reread it.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, if someone could present the motion anew.
Representing motion to accept Tyler Pennington's resignation effective 2/13/2026.
Second.
Sherry,
Abstain.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam.
Yep.
Dan,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion to accept Billy Pennington's resignation effective 2/28/26.
Second.
Sherry,
Abstain.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam.
Yep.
Dan,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, service, Sam.
Discussion, chapter 317, speed and traffic enforcement program, pole cameras. Review and solicit input.
Sister.
So, you guys asked for the contract to be sent over and looked at. Actually, you guys voted on it originally when we did the initial speed camera program. The poles were actually in it, and there's no cost to us for the first pole that's installed and put up. So, all that legislation was in there when we voted originally. So I don't know if you wanna do it a second time, for the poles itself, but
Do you have the legislation for that?
I do.
Greg, can you look at that for us, please?
It
That was
doesn't-
from Charles.
Is this what Eddie sent?
Yeah, it's the contract.
Yeah,
Oh,
Eddie,
It's the
okay.
original contract.
Okay.
So you guys voted on and accepted it.
So we've
and
already passed it otherwise.
Yeah.
So
And I
as
think
long as
we-
we're in agreement, we shouldn't really need to do it
Do it
again.
again.
I don't think we knew that when we had the last discussion.
Right.
The only thing I
I sent
saw
that to you,
was when we sent over to chapter 317, there was something highlighted in that. Do we need to amend the code?
No.
Okay. Because, no, that's what it is, the last page, 1111, section 5. And then it has passed on third reading SX 26, so that's why I was curious.
Yeah, that was just from Trevor, he just sent over
Okay, so this
like a draft
doesn't
copy,
need to
and I
be-
sent it to Greg.
No, it's
so-
Okay, all right, so that can go by the,
Who is Trevor? Trevor is with Traffic Solutions?
Yes, he
Okay.
is.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we want any input from me on this?
oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert in this area. There's a ton of requirements and criteria that need to be put forth in the traffic camera program. So I'm not even sure what I have in front of me. I needed this services agreement because I needed to know where we even started, so I have to review that.
Okay.
Like I said, Addie had sent that to me today. But I'm not even sure procedurally where we are. What is the ordinance draft that was sent to me? This is for the implementation of it. We have a contract for services, so we have a contract.
So that contract's been active since last year.
Okay.
So we've been operating a handheld camera, which is essentially the same thing. The only difference is the land grant fund, or the local government fund, they can take from it as you make the money from the pole camera. The handheld you can't.
It's about
So
80-some thousand, I think.
75, I think is what she said.
Yeah, that's what we received for local government.
And
Who?
Local government fund, we received $75,000.
From the
And a
county.
year?
Yes,
Okay. So we
from
would
the
be
local government.
it's by limited understanding that we would be foregoing that amount. because
only as we
Up
make it.
to.
So if we make 10,000, we still get 65,000. We wouldn't, it would wash it. Does that make sense?
No, because I don't
Is
understand.
that
I'm only saying that, I'm not trying to
confirmed,
be.
Dan? Is that confirmed, that is?
Portage County, Beth Wagner hasn't gotten back to
Okay.
me. That's how I understand it, other like small
Sure, I don't know
villages
anything about it.
operate.
Okay.
I gave a little pushback on this because it's a lot of money we're receiving. It's
There-
unknown.
No, it is unknown, and there's no clear answer, because as you guys can imagine, this is people have been suing over this for a very long time.
Yeah.
So there are currently laws in place that have been declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court. So, but two of the laws that have survived, the two main sticking points for local municipalities are you forego collection of those funds. So is that 80,000 annually or monthly?
Annually.
Annually, okay. So that would have to happen. There's also another requirement that we're to deposit advanced court costs. Is that something that we're implementing as well?
No.
Okay. And then that was with the handheld camera,
Correct.
and now we have a pole camera.
And they haven't changed anything on that for either one.
Okay. So then, do I need to review the handheld camera or the pole camera?
They're both
They're
in the
both in.
contract.
They're both in the contract.
Okay, all right,
But we have handheld, we want to implement a pole camera.
okay.
So the pole camera will be up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We, with our limited time that we've had with officers off and out, have generated $36,000 and just the handheld in a minimal amount of time. So I would assume that we're gonna exceed the 36,000, exceed probably 300,000.
What's the minimal amount of time? What's that time frame?
So we started in July, we didn't start getting any collections until September because it's usually about a 90-day turnaround. And in November, the weather hit, which became difficult for us to put anybody out and use, and then we had people leave and so forth, so we probably have not hit our minimum that we were supposed to with the handheld.
Plus
So
we
3
paid
months
the
was
25,000
$37,000,
off
right? Is that what you said?
36,000 is what we generated
In
for
3 months,
ourselves.
okay.
After we paid off the
The
Yeah,
$25,000.
$25,000 for the camera.
So
And
we
this
didn't have to
pole,
pay.
and this camera, the first one there's no cost to us.
The camera too?
Yes.
Well, there's a lot for me to unpack. I'm coming in this cold, I don't know any of these documents in front of me, so I have to review all those documents, and I gotta review the relevant law. There's an individual at county that you've been dealing with, Mia?
Yeah, Beth Wagner, she's a part of the budget commission, so when I have
Oh, the
questions.
county budget commission.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I
great.
just go straight to her.
Okay.
And then, the comparison Parma Heights and Peninsula, they're just not in the same range as we are to just even get a general basis of what they're doing.
What do you?
They have the laser camera as well,
Who does?
Parma Heights?
Parma
Parma
Heights
Heights, okay.
and Peninsula,
What's
But-
the other one?
we're no comparison to
Timberlake.
them.
Yeah, what was the other one?
Yes.
No, well, what was the other one that I texted you about?
Parma Heights.
No,
Timberlake.
it was an M. Minerva.
No, it was a very.
There's a small town
It's a
that I
really
drove
small
through
town.
and they had a pole mount, and I texted her about it too.
Yeah.
Look
Newburgh
into.
Heights would,
Oh, we
they're the
know.
ones that started though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were,
And that's.
This
Fairleigh
was out
Downs,
by,
and he owns a separate company.
Okay.
Heard easily.
Well, they're the famous Supreme
Millersburg.
Court case.
Millersburg.
Yeah.
Millersburg is
Oh,
what
down
we were
in-
gonna look into.
It's Amish country.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drove right through town, they had it right by the bridge, couldn't even see it.
Could
you imagine?
Holmes County, it's Holmes County, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
So on both sides have an opt-out clause as well.
yes, the buggies are too fast.
There are
Yeah.
racehorses on there, man.
Okay.
So it's up to you guys how you wanna go about that. It's 6 months before he can even get a pole cam off. So
Yeah.
he said that would be around,
Well, we'll let Greg look into it and
Yeah, I mean, if
Sure,
it's
I
already
would.
in there, do we really have to do new legislation is the biggest question. We need a verbal okay?
For the poll.
Yes, if it's already in the contract of council.
Yeah, there would still need to be enabling legislation, something that gives the village the authority to do it. What that looks like, I don't know.
The tariff situation might change a little bit,
That was the other thing he said with tariffs.
which
Would take a while
requires
to get
shutting
in.
down, so.
Oh, the dang
Yeah.
poll cam is subject to some tariffs?
Oh, yeah.
Just
Because
the,
it's,
from where it's
The
coming
shipping.
from.
May not be
Just
loud,
getting it here.
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
may not be known.
Yeah,
okay.
Supreme Court took him out.
Well, they took out that part of the thing. I'm not gonna go to politics, but it was
Come on.
re-implemented 2 minutes later under a different statute.
Not for Canada and Mexico though, right?
Yeah.
Are there any questions about the current legislation that exists, or just the poll cam legislation?
I was just looking to hear what you had to say, that's all.
Yeah, because technically we didn't get legislation, we just got this thing at the back of the code where it says section 5, this ordinance is hereby determined to be an emergency measure, but there's no ordinance attached.
You're talking on their services agreement?
No,
317 chapter,
Okay.
right there, yep.
the
that
very
one.
last page, pages 11 of 11. But there's no ordinance attached to it, it's just the code.
Gotcha. Okay, weird, okay. Stupid question. Who drafted who drafted this?
It was given to us by Trevor.
Oh, okay. All right.
This is the one that's already implemented,
Which one is ours?
317.
Yeah, it's in effect.
Oh, that's what I already have, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But at the last page, that's where I was saying, that's what the highlighted portion is, that is the only thing that changed.
I will tell you that East Canton's taken it up. There's probably about 8 other jurisdictions now doing it. They're gonna, supposedly, he's meeting with the individual who sponsored the legislation against it because the state wants to get some money from it now. So, but
There are a lot, I mean, there are a lot of moving parts, and originally, there were a lot of speed bumps to stop municipalities from implementing this.
Oh, yeah, we had one before. All right.
So you're gonna look into it,
I will look into it.
thank you.
All right, going on 13, economic, Scott?
Okay, a little bit of bad news. The solar panel company, got a hold of Mr. Miller. They chose a different site. In Ravenna, the old Even Flow building, they purchased it and they're gonna.
It's already there and ready to go.
That's hard to compete with that. On the good side, he said he'd like to meet with the mayor and to explore some ideas to invest in Windham, so that could be positive. I told him as soon as he gets a free moment, we would meet him at his convenience. That's really all I have to say.
Did you talk, just a side note, I saw Sanchez out in the front. Is he back in business, or are we, I saw a truck and him and another guy were out front, so I didn't know if they got the okay or if anybody knows anything about that.
I have not.
Okay.
I've not met the man yet. I don't even know who it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
To occupy that
Yeah.
facility.
Well, he called me today and asked if he could take some trees down. I told him we don't have an ordinance stopping him from taking the trees down, but.
I was gonna stop and ask him what was going on over there.
Yeah, shrubs in the front.
Oh,
He did cut a couple
shrubs.
down. Well, there's trees and then shrubs. There was a couple trees, the small ornamental trees.
What problem was he having that he couldn't,
I don't recall. I know that we had two projects going on at the same time.
yeah, that one
No.
and the one on Shepherd's Way.
I'm not 100% sure either, but I think the issue was, our last inspector went over there and he had pulled a permit or something for the county, but that's between them and the county, like we can't police that, I don't think, but
Okay,
that was the only thing I heard about it. I think she spoke with him and told him that, hey, you gotta go to the county and get your permits. Like you're good on our end, but you have to go to the counties.
I have his
I,
phone.
it was that was the only thing I
Don't
was
say you're
aware
wrong,
of.
so I'll talk to him too.
Yeah, I wanted to.
How long are we gonna run that, poll for Italian or Mexican before we
Yeah.
get back to Jesus?
Oh, we can take that down. I forgot to text Daddy. We should
Oh,
take that down
okay.
and tell him. the
Which one,
results.
I think Mexican won
The
out.
Mexican one.
the Mexican did?
Yeah.
It was really close for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can, can you have Addie take that down and screenshot the results?
Yeah, that way we'll get
them
these
over
get
to
back.
him.
I wanted to die.
Me too, girl, that's what I
Scott,
voted on.
there's been mention that Greg, your firm does a lot of work with economic development.
Yes, yeah.
Is that something we can talk about more in depth and
Oh, sure,
get
sure.
pricing and like what you guys recommend to get us on the up and up?
Right, yeah, absolutely. And the good thing, just as a, the good thing about the economic developments is that, for the most part, whether it's a JED, a TIF, a new community authority, those programs tend to almost always pay for the legal fees. So it's not like you're just writing us a check and doing that and you're off and running. Those programs, if we're working with a developer, especially if they're residentially oriented or even commercial or industrial, the legal fees are usually covered within the framework of that project. So if we're thinking something big, like a TIF or a JED, that's usually where those legal fees are, embedded. But yeah, our firm, that is our firm's fastball. That's what we specialize
Is that something you wanna head up, Scott, or?
Yeah, I can give you a call and see what we can do.
in. Yeah, happy to help.
Cause I don't think we're supposed to do stuff with planning commission, or not planning, the county, the meeting that's every month.
Yeah,
we-
so if they're, I reached out to him, Todd,
Pete?
yeah, at least a month ago, and he has not returned my call, or usually he's pretty good about sending email. Again, what are we paying, $2,500 a year for this
Yeah.
group, and they have not really provided us with any support. I mean, they've said, and they don't follow through, and then I'm not seeing value to be, that's just my opinion.
I've only seen one grant
Regional
from them.
planning in Portage County,
Okay, we pay into regional planning?
we do.
We
pay-
have credits with them because we don't use any of the money that we're paying in.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, I think, and stuff like that.
They're
We've
supposed
been
to-
asking, but we never got it.
Really?
And they're
Okay.
supposed to help us with grants, I mean, they have grant writers and stuff, and it's just like, they'll say where
Here.
one is located, and then they don't help us
Yeah.
get to where we need to get it completed, so I'm not seeing any value of it since I've been on
They
council
provided all
for
that.
7 years, I haven't seen anything from them.
Just in my year here, I was working with Sherry on
Yeah.
one, but I've only ever seen that one grant. It was a reimbursement grant.
Yeah, we started working on it, getting halfway through it, and it was a reimbursement grant, so,
Okay, this is Portage County Planning or Portage County Regional Planning?
regional planning.
Regional.
Okay, so is it encompass multiple counties?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, there's the regional.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
interesting.
Summits in there and, yeah.
Okay.
But we've never been a beneficiary or benefit of it.
We
Right.
haven't,
But paying it,
But we're
we paid.
We're paying, but we don't get nothing.
okay. Like, for instance, you guys, have you heard of Team Neo? Kind of the Northeastern Ohio Economic Development They're not part of that regional.
Is
planning,
that the
they're
one that Rita has something to do with? I went to a seminar with Rita where they had somebody there talking about
Probably,
some of the
yeah.
other, it was in Brecksville, I think.
just- Okay,
Where they had some folks there that were talking about some of the opportunities to get involved with some of those folks for that type of an.
right. Like
Economic
yeah,
development,
An
could be the
economic
word.
development group,
Yeah.
yeah, or
Yeah.
corporation, yeah, they tend to do a lot, and
Yeah.
free resources and things like that. But they work in conjunction with the regional planning.
Yeah, so far this hasn't benefited us, so.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And that's all I have.
Okay, Parks and Recs, Dan?
Okay, I wanna start off, since the weather broke, I was finally able to get out to the park, check it out, look at it. Of the 3 play sets we have, the purple one is in pretty rough shape. It's currently boarded off the one slide because there's a big hole in it. I had pictures, but I left them at home, I'm sorry. It's real shaky, there's a few things that are real loose on there, I think, I don't know what it's called, like monkey bars type thing. You can shake the whole thing, so.
Clamps are loose.
Yeah, the clamps are real loose. I would recommend we probably get rid of that one, in just my opinion, because it's kind of rough. The other 2 are in great shape. Swings are in great shape, they're solid. There is a lot of equipment left over from baseball, it looks like. Draggers and a couple of, whatever they use to put the chalk down. What's that? Do you know what that is? Like a line tire?
The thing with the tires on it,
Yeah.
that's a homemade drag.
A homemade drag. Yeah, there's a bunch of those just laying all around that we need to see if they will clean up or if we can get them cleaned up. The flag needs to be replaced because it's in real rough shape.
I just put that one up there.
Oh, it's already tearing at the ends. Yeah, it's in pretty rough shape.
I thought it looked different than the one we talked about, but
Yeah,
I wasn't sure
changed
because
it that
it's in
day.
such bad shape.
I changed it that day.
Yeah.
That line was brutal, actually.
We've had a couple real bad
Yeah,
windstorms.
I think we have another one.
I think that's all I got for the park. I do want to say, I reached out to Travis about the baseball fields and everything. He wanted to ask if we were gonna help with dirt again. Is everybody okay with doing the same as last year, the 2 tons
Yeah.
of infield dirt? Cause I can get back.
I don't know how much they ordered, but.
What we've done for the last several years.
Yeah, Deanne
Yeah,
said
it's just
2 tons of
Yeah.
dirt last year is what we did one.
This has been the last couple of years,
So if everybody's good with that, I'll get a hold of them tomorrow and let them know that we're gonna help out with that. Okay, I do wanna say,
Can I ask a question real quick? Yeah, go ahead. When they get that dirt delivered, can we work with the village employees to help them get it somewhat spread out so that we have better equipment? I remember last year I seen them out there with a real small Kubota, and it looked like they were struggling because undersized equipment, so maybe we could work with the street guys who got a brand new skid steer, we could get it at least in better piles and get it spread out a little better so they can fine tune it.
We usually help them with the John Deere.
Okay.
The only problem is the contradiction in the hours, because those guys usually come to work on the field after hours, and the guys have already gone, you know, later in the afternoon, but we usually try to work something out. The John Deere don't tear it up as bad as the track steer
I
one.
know last year too, they tried to get the dump trucks in there as close as they could and made some serious ruts in there.
Yeah,
they're still ruts and stuff, yeah. Sam and I went and looked.
How much would you say that back pavilion gets used?
which one?
The one all the way in the
I don't-
back,
probably pretty regularly.
you know?
The one by
Yeah.
the driveway?
Mhm.
It don't get used.
The one all the way in the back,
The
Yeah,
pavilion
all the way
gets
in the
used
back, up
in the
against.
summer.
up against the tree line.
Well,
Wait,
The one we
you
just
say
painted.
pavilion or ball field? What are we
That's-
talking about?
The ball field.
Not the ball field, the pavilion.
It gets
Oh.
used pretty regularly.
Debbie had that one rebuilt.
The roof on it, right?
I don't know, probably not that much. I always thought we should turn it into a pole barn and give it to hot stoves, so
I
those
don't know.
drags, the dirt, all that stuff would have somewhere out of sight, because we fight those drags, the mowers. Every year, we're taking a mower to the scrap.
I'm just looking at like, we dump our sand where we park our cars, and then we put all this homemade stuff to trip over,
I know,
like,
we fight it
And I-
over here.
turn it into a barn, tear it down, dump dirt on the concrete, I don't know. So,
There's two decent piles of sand still back there, and there's a drag embedded in the ground, and I can already
Yeah,
tell you what that's gonna
we've
do.
been hauling that stuff out, we got a dump full of that stuff.
Past that, the Lions Club did donate $250. I wanna thank Mary for helping facilitate that for Fun in the Sun. And we're gonna have another meeting for the Fun in the Sun volunteers on March 10th before the committee of the whole meeting at 5 p.m. So if anybody else would like to come out and volunteer, feel free. I think that's, I was looking into Sunburst, how much we pay for trash and everything. I sent them an email to maybe see if we can get dumpsters out there like we talked about in the last meeting. I'm still waiting to hear back. I'm gonna call them tomorrow if they don't email me back before 10 a.m. I'm gonna give them a call and look more into that.
Ask for Victoria.
Victoria? Okay.
So, something else to add into that, I don't believe we use the water department's dumpster that often.
Not to my knowledge.
Ryan, do you know?
We don't fill it up usually.
Just the one that's right
Yeah.
there? Yeah.
What if we just implemented something to where like on Mondays or something, or once a week, or once a day, you know, the guys go in there, we have some cans that we buy, and we either use a tractor or dump truck or whatever, and they empty the trash and take it over, and so we're not spending more money on another dumpster when we have one that's sitting there.
Yeah, because we've got 7 trash cans in the park, plus that dumpster at the water, so. All right, I think that is all I have, right? Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, planning commission, we have nothing, on anything. Police chief,
We did get the covers up on the fence last week when it was nice out, and the next day they were off when the wind blew. We had some of she had donated us some of the stronger zip ties, and it just pulled the eyelets out of the, that's how strong that wind was coming through there.
yeah, that wind was brutal.
Zip ties did stay. So the lot has 5 cars in it currently. We've marked some cars to take for the abandoned vehicles. So it's generating some income there and stuff that we didn't have coming in before because it was going to the tow company. We did order and have coming a 20-foot cubicle for the back lot to put the tires and stuff that are back there in the impound lot. How much was that, Ian?
I'm sorry, but I didn't hear about no cubicle. I did not hear about a cubicle. I heard about us getting a container.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
yeah.
it was like $2,500.
Yeah, so,
We haven't received a paper quote, you know, I'm real big on those.
yes.
Did it get
I will
a
get
Hey,
it
you
to
have
you.
no,
no PO?
No.
Here, use this, right one.
So,
I'll let her-
as far as the PO goes, I wasn't aware that we didn't get one yet, so that's on me. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else. Obviously, we're waiting on the solicitor for the whole can information.
How's the 2 new employees doing?
Well, they're doing really well.
Good.
So, and then we'll have to get together probably after the next meeting to discuss, some employee stuff.
Okay. Village, Ryan,
So we figured out what was wrong with the light. The wires up top were all burned out, so JC come out, changed out the wire from the control box to the first light. And I mean, they're not here, but the new officers did really good about responding to that and directing the traffic. The other two might have to be looked at, but, we'll see. Right now it's working, it hasn't kicked out since. Rob's supposed to be getting the bid package together here in the next couple weeks. So, we'll start moving on that as soon as he gets that out. We'll advertise and get the bid out for the, road resurfacing. Other than that, just, working with zoning, we got a couple people in town getting ready to build. One broke ground, I think today. I seen they broke ground. Other than that, just,
Where are they building?
the house on Maple Grove and then,
The one by the school?
no, right here.
It's over by the dollar store, Maple Grove over here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't think of his name.
Courtney.
He's been in here a
Courtney,
couple,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's Vince's house.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be modular.
I'm sure there's more, but that's.
How's our salt holding up?
Well, we're short right now, we're real short, but, Cargill had a bunch of issues, and I don't know exactly what's going on with it, but CEU or CUE, whichever it is, they're reaching out, they're doing like this petition to make sure that, Cargill honors their contract, because in the contract, we're supposed to get it within 10 days, it's been 4 weeks. But they had some issues at the plant or something, I don't know, but, we do have one more load coming, so hopefully that'll get us through. I know sometimes we get snow in March, so, but,
Yeah.
yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, well, hopefully in April it don't stick, it'll just fall and melt, so.
So we only have one more load left for the year before we meet our contract limit. Okay.
Thank you, Ryan.
Rick?
I'll look into the traffic cameras. Scott, we can talk about the economic development stuff too. Regional planning stuff, I guess it is what it is. I can look into that too if needed.
Maybe we could just look to see when that contract ends, Dean, I don't know when we renew it, I don't know if it's January to January,
I think so, but I'll look into it.
and I don't know if we've missed it, cause we haven't talked about it, normally the commission send you something like this, so maybe we haven't signed it yet, I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't.
Not while I was here, but I know that
Yeah.
we've cut a check.
Okay.
Alrighty, last chance for members of council to speak upon any subject at this meeting. Right, David?
I don't got no.
That's,
I forgot.
Mark it down, ladies.
We did get coal patch, and the guys was out filling the holes. We got that one on East Center Street.
Oh, yeah, look.
Probably
too
could have
bad.
been feathered a little bit better, but that whole road sunken, but,
Well, we got the one on Green today, right?
yeah,
That was really bad. Okay,
I think he did.
yeah, he told me he
I
did.
spoke to
I
him,
asked him.
I spoke to him earlier.
Is there a possibility that void underneath collapsing? Somebody told me, I was like,
Where at?
on East Center. I
It's
mean, if it-
definitely compacting.
Yeah.
I mean, is it gonna could it let go to where you got a 5-foot hole somebody's gonna drive into and kill themselves?
Single?
I don't know. I don't think it'd be 5
Happened in
foot,
Akron, too.
but that ditch is just gonna continue to sink,
I just know that's where all the truck traffic's going.
Well,
through,
that's
so
why.
that's where we got all the
it's-
heavy.
yeah. Right now, there's like, 6 inches, 8 inches of concrete under it.
At least 8.
So, I mean, that's kinda holding it up, but, so I really don't think that, and this is just my unprofessional opinion, I wouldn't think that there's a void because the concrete takes a lot of the weight off. But stranger things have happened, I guess.
Okay.
April's coming up for me, it's track season.
Oh, okay.
In April, all my track meets are on Tuesdays.
Oh, good
So
figure.
you know.
I think we usually move them to Mondays or Wednesdays.
Yeah,
May will be fine for me, and March will be fine, but April,
all right,
the
just
track
remind
meet
us,
on every Tuesday.
remind us at the next meeting. Calendar,
Public comment.
oh, public comment, Mary?
Yeah, I do.
Mary, I'm sorry, I
No,
missed
that's
it, didn't
okay.
I?
You're fine. I just had a couple follow-up questions. So the frozen water meters, we had talked, you guys had talked about, who was gonna pay for the frozen water meters and when they were replaced. Was that ever followed up on,
Yes.
Yeah,
like,
Yes.
so that's,
Yeah, every time in the past, if we put a meter in and it freezes and busted inside their house, under their house, wherever, that's on the homeowner. Cause we can't just keep replacing meters because,
right,
I mean, they're $300 a piece.
right,
So
like,
we
I'm,
provide the first one, and if it breaks just from wear or tear, whatever, we'll replace it, but if it's something because they did, yeah, if they
So
had
who's
sitting on a
replacing
con-
those three?
yeah, there was that new
Is what we
We sent 'em a
construction, wasn't
bill.
it?
We sent them a bill, and the way,
The landlord?
yes,
Okay.
and the way we had to do that, it was a miscellaneous charge. But anytime we had that, I told Marie just to call Mark Underwood and get the current meter value, because that's always gonna fluctuate. They could go up, they could go down. We can't give them the meter for what we bought the bulk for, because we're losing money, we're losing meters. So anytime that happens, I told Marie just to bill them at market price, whatever it is. We don't need to make money off of it, but they gotta buy it at market price.
Okay, so I know that you guys had talked about you weren't gonna turn their water on until they paid for it. Is that still the policy then? Or is that, I mean, are they aware of that?
Well, maybe Mr. Peets could help with this. There might be legal, implications with that, only because if they pay their water bill, we have to supply them with water.
Okay, cause that was what
Is
was
that-
mentioned at the last meeting was that if they didn't pay for the replacement, then the water wasn't gonna be turned on, cause that would be part of the inspection. So
Yeah.
that they had to pay for the water meters before they would get the new ones, so I guess I'm asking what
It's
was the
just-
follow-up was that? I mean,
Well, that would be difficult, just because she would have to send out a bill, she'd have to mail it, it would take days for them to get there. In the meantime, they're there without water.
Yeah, legally, I think you're in jeopardy.
Okay.
Yeah, we have to provide the water, but
Shut off the water.
either way, if they don't pay it, then you just assess their taxes. I mean, they're not, like,
I know what we've done in
Just
the
gotta
past,
avoid it.
Ryan, we've set that rate at a standard, because you don't know how much it's gonna be. So you put it at a standard rate that's fairly expensive, so it motivates them
right,
to
yeah,
get you know, it can't be the lowest rate,
right.
you know, and then you put that in there, that motivates them to get another meter.
The only places we really have problems is like in the apartment buildings. And now some of them just economically can't afford I mean.
is that the tenant though, or the landlord's?
Well, it should fall on the landlord, but again, I mean, that's something
do we have legislation or policy or ordinances on that to say, like, who's in charge of, who has to pay the water bill? Is
Yeah,
it the
there's
landlord or
policy
the?
for
I
that.
think it falls
Yeah.
into an ethic category. If there's children in that house and they don't have nothing but a broken water meter and you have to put one in, at that point you have to say, if we get paid, we get paid.
I know, absolutely, but I'm asking for,
Yeah. Well,
like, the charge for future, like, if the landlord is in charge of the water, then the landlord should be in charge of paying for
Well,
the
that's
water
your-
meter.
Well, it's attached to the
If
building, you know, and the landlord owns the building, he should be
Okay,
held
that was,
accountable for it.
that's what my follow-up
Because
questions are.
the
like,
tenants are just paying for the roof over their head. to
And
live
that's
there.
what we
That's,
said.
that's part of his facility.
That has been changed so often since I've lived in Windham, like, it used to be the renter had to pay the water
Yeah.
bill, and then a lot of the renters were just skipping out and not paying the water bill, so Windham was stuck with that bill, so then it was changed to the landlord.
Right.
And then it went back to the renters, and then it went back to the landlord, so I don't know where it's at right now. That was
Brian was
my,
about to say it is
Right,
landlord now.
yeah.
Okay.
Right now, like for my water bill, cause I rent, so my landlord gets a bill as well as I do. So, but the policy is, whether it be a water bill, whatever, if they don't pay by the end of the year, it just gets assessed to their taxes.
Okay.
The landlord, not the tenants.
okay,
But it ultimately, like when we send this bill out, or when she already did, but when she sent the bill out, it went to the landlord, it didn't go to the tenants.
okay. That was, I
He
just
can
wanted to
follow
follow up
however
with that,
he
cause I
wants, you
remember
know
that
what
was
I
a big
mean? But,
discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, I know there was something else. I think, I can't find it right away, so I'm gonna say I'm done. I'll bring it up next one if I need to.
We'll be here.
Yeah. I will too.
Jennifer, do you have anything? Okay. Jennifer is our new cleaner for the Renaissance Center.
Community center.
Community center.
That's right. Why do I keep mixing those up? Community center. It is rented out, I think, Saturday?
Yeah, I'm gonna come up tomorrow and grab the key to start,
Okay.
cause Marie said, they wanted to get in there early Friday.
Yeah, we gotta find a spot in there that's a little better than that closet that we have. for
Yeah,
your
that'd be nice.
Supplies. All right, calendar. We have the Fun in the Sun, March 10th at 5. Committee of the Whole, March 10th at 6. And the council meeting, the 24th at 6 p.m. Does anybody have any problems with that? Okay. Like to, go ahead.
All right, make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Sherry?
Okay, one.
Scott?
Yes.
Sam?
Yep.
Dan?
Yeah.
Angela?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Alright, 7:45.
Okay.